Hello and welcome to World in 5. 4 people were killed while several others were injured when a Tinder bus collided with a haulage truck and a Fuels and Pats bus at the 32-kilometer PAG near Mtangadura along the Harare-Mutare highway yesterday afternoon. Police confirmed the accident in a statement, saying the bodies of the victims were taken to Marondera Provincial Hospital mortuary for post-mortem, while the injured were referred to Marondera Provincial Hospital and Pararenyatwa Group of Hospitals for treatment. The tender bus was traveling towards Mutare, whilst the Fuels and Pats bus was on its way to Harare. Our team was on the ground and spoke to one of the survivors, who was on his way to church and believes he was saved by his church garments.
Mwari ane simba asandamboona zvakadai kana kuti nditaure ndiri panapa mabudira ndaita ndiri pasi pebhazi nembatya asi ndabuda nezvinhu zvangu zvese ndakakwana ndiri kuenda kuchechi kumasowe kumarondera ndisandamboona zvakadai handina kana scratch yandinayo ndakagwinya gonyeti ndiye aita zvinhu zvakashata stereki because akata bhazi paakata bhazi ndo parabda kutiza gonyeti ndo parandorogwa nerero ndobva asi inini ndandakatsikirirwa pasi ndosaka muchiona ropa rakazara pahembe dzangu asi nokuda kuti ndina magemenzi mubhege ndiri kuenda kuchechi kumasowe mwari ariko namatai.
We also managed to speak to a witness who called on the government to intervene and put measures to reduce accidents, saying the place is now a black spot.
Gonyeti ranga richibva mashops paMtangadura ranga richida kukona pakona iyi yamuri kuona ine rori tsvuku iyi ndorasakisa accident. So tiri kukumbirawo kwamuri wese wehurumende dai watinzwawo chichemo chedu paperera vanhu vakawanda pauye pane mahambo anoradzidzirawo kuti vemadzimotikari vasanyanye kumhanya paperera vanhu vakawanda.
Zimbabwe's leader, President Emmerson Mnangagwa, has arrived in Russia for the St. Petersburg International Economic Forum. The president left South Korea earlier yesterday after Zimbabwe signed several agreements at the South Korea-Africa Summit that could help the country improve different sectors. The president challenged Zimbabweans to help transform the country against all odds. He said South Korea was an example of how a country can rise regardless of circumstances.
History well, Korea was quite a very poor country, not many decades back, but it has been able to transform itself into a first world country. It means that the people of Korea have proved they showed the will and they use their domestic resources to develop their country, and they're very united, most importantly. Both in terms of education and science, it's very high here. Look at the infrastructure they've built for themselves. But 2-3 decades ago, it was a poor country. Now, with the effort and the focus and determination of their leaders, they have built Korea from almost a poor country to a first world infrastructure country. Though they are mentally resourced, not materially resourced. They are mentally resourced. So they've advanced themselves in terms of science, and this has created a world for themselves in advancing themselves in science and technology, where they export many modern scientific gadgets which the developing world desires to acquire.
Zimbabwe's support and goodwill towards the Palestinian people during the country's difficult time is very much appreciated, Palestinian ambassador to Zimbabwe Dr. Tamal Masri has said. The Palestinian envoy paid a courtesy call to Vice President Constantino Chiwenga at his Monomontapa offices. The Palestinian ambassador took the opportunity to stand in solidarity with Zimbabwe in its fight against sanctions. He also commended Zimbabwe's political and humanitarian hand in the country's ongoing war with Israel in the Gaza Strip.
We agreed that the Zimbabwean people pass with a great successful the hard times of sanctions, and now we are waiting to see the results of the vision of 2030 that fully supported by the people of Zimbabwe and by the friendly countries like Palestine. I also thanked the Vice President for the support of the government of Zimbabwe to the Palestinian people. We received political and solidarity support from Zimbabwe all the time, but also Zimbabwe shared with us 2 months ago support which is very important to the UNRWA to support the Palestinian refugees and the victims of the Israeli genocide in Gaza Strip.
The Zimbabwe Liberated Girl Child in Action, a grouping of daughters of war veterans, has donated an assortment of blankets, diapers and sanitary wear to the United Bulawayo hospitals. This is to help vulnerable and underprivileged mothers who mostly come from rural hospitals as emergency cases. The organization's executive director, Ms. Anna Mabena, said they seek to complement government efforts across various sectors and social services, adding that they also run mentorship programs for young girls.
By donating, by visiting those who are in jail, by being part of your patients in the hospitals. We would love to partner with you, help where we can. We've seen that there's a dire need in hospitals of some of the mothers who come from the rural areas. They come and deliver, probably they have nothing with them to assist. So we are here to cover that gap as the children. Is that era where the war was already won, and as the children we can't go back to war again. So the best we can do is to fight with that little we have for the humanity and to help our brothers and sisters out there who are still trying to find their way.
2 more positive cases of monkeypox have been confirmed at Addington and St. Augustine hospitals in Durban this week, with the health department confirming that those previously infected were in contact with each other in KwaZulu-Natal. This brings the total number of laboratory confirmed cases in the country to 4, 3 in KwaZulu-Natal and 1 in Gauteng. All are South African males in their mid and late 30s. The department has called for anyone in close contact with known or suspected monkeypox patients to present themselves at the nearest health facility or healthcare provider without delay for clinical evaluation to ensure early diagnosis and effective treatment if they test positive. That's it for World in 5. Good day.